Welcome, Facebook. This is Adam Ashba, Realtor and President of Ashmont Realty. And today we're going to discuss about an issue that a lot of people just don't know about unless something really bad happens, is insurance, homeowners insurance specifically. So today's topic, we're going to talk about what home buyers, especially first-time home buyers out there, and what they want to know about homeowners insurance. And here's the answers. This article was on Realtor.com, and I thought it was really good because it kind of goes over some basic questions that a lot of our home buyers ask. And full disclosure, I do not have a license in insurance, but these are just basic questions that I get all the time from especially first-time home buyers, that they want to know a little bit about what's covered, why they need homeowners insurance, and so we're going to jump right into it. So, one of the first questions, and again, this was on Realtor.com, and one of the first question was, what are some most common types of claims? So I have this homeowner's insurance. What do I get out of it, basically? But homeowner's insurance covers you from everything from wind, hail, so a lot of roof claims, a lot of homeowners and things that we deal with file claims if we have hail and wind damage, very common in the Ohio Midwest area. Plumbing failures, say it's in the wintertime and you crack a pipe and you have flooding in your basement, or in the springtime we get a ton of rain, and it ruins finished basements, carpets, drywalls, and etc. Another one is theft. If you have your home burglarized or something stolen. And we'll talk about personal property here. That was a question that came up. And the last is pretty common, I think, is fire. If your house catches on fire, obviously you could file an insurance claim. So another common question that we get, I get from a lot of, especially first-time home buyers, and home buyers that are buying condos. When they call and talk to their insurance agent, the insurance agent says, "Oh, you need condo insurance, not homeowners insurance." Well, what's the difference? Great question. Condo insurance is a little different. And if you read here in this article on Realtor.com, it says, homeowners insurance covers an entire building, which makes sense, your whole home, roof to the basement and everything else in between. Condo insurance only covers the unit and belongings within those walls. And a lot of times we always call it, your condo is covered studs in. So anything from the studs of the condo in, so the drywall, appliances, flooring, plumbing, and etc., would be covered under condo insurance. Now, condo insurance is typically cheaper. It is typically cheaper than homeowners insurance, and the real reason for that is basically there's less to insure. Your condo complex will have what's called a master policy, and that master policy basically covers the roof, the sides of the building, and if there's a tornado and there's shingles that blow off or what have you, those will be covered. But everything inside of that condo is going to be covered by you, the condo owner. All right, so if you get a flood or you have a fire or some damage of sorts of maybe vandalism or theft, your condo insurance would cover that. So let's move on to the next frequently asked questions. Are there any surprising things that aren't covered in a typical homeowners insurance policy? Well, this is a good one, especially, I have toys, I have a boat, I have a camper, for example. So one of the questions I have was that too. Now, we're not talking about toy coverage, we're talking about homeowners coverage, but there's always loopholes and things in anything when it comes to insurance. No offense to the insurance industry, but they are in the for-profit business. So some of the things that I think a lot of people might know and might not know, but flood is not covered. So, for example, if you're in a floodplain or you're near a lake or a stream, we have a lot of retention ponds and things, and sometimes if those flood out, you might not be covered. So you might want to check if you have a lakefront property. Most of that times, a lot of situations, it's pretty obvious. You might even have to have flood insurance. If your home is situated on a river or a lake. But I've had properties over the years that literally are in a development, and they might be close to a retention pond or a retention drainage, and FEMA basically designated those areas as floodplains. Okay, and if that's the case, then you're going to have flood insurance. Now, I get flood insurance is very expensive, especially when you're not living on a beachfront property where you're not getting the views. Sometimes you might not want to buy that home because of that issue. So, but floods, earthquakes, we don't really have those in the Midwest, but on the West Coast specifically, you might have to have an additional rider to your insurance plan. Other types of damage could be water backup from an outside sewer or drain. That happens all the time. But yeah, talk to your insurance agent, because we get that a lot, especially in Columbus, like down in the German Village area, Upper Arlington. We've had a lot of properties over the years that that have sewer, like older sewage lines and backups that could cause problems, especially if your basement is finished, because it can destroy, a little bit of water can destroy thousands of dollars of drywall and carpet. All right, let's move over to the last most frequently asked question. Does my homeowner's insurance cover small damages like a stolen bike? That was Maria from Virginia. Thanks, Maria. The answer is typically you do have a deductible, and you might check with your insurance policy as well as with your insurance agent. But a deductible basically says, listen, if you have an issue, you have to pay a certain fixed amount before the insurance kicks in. A lot of times that's anywhere from like $500 to $1,000. So if you have a bike that is basically the bike's only a $300 mountain bike and it gets stolen off your front porch, of course you can file a claim. However, if you have a $500 deductible, you have that value, that property has to exceed your deductible before your insurance kicks in. And remember too, once that insurance kicks in too, your rates might go up as well. So check with your agent about that as well. So these are the top few frequently asked questions from home buyers, especially first-time home buyers that hadn't had an experience with homeowners insurance. But again, check with your insurance agent. If you like the information below, comment and like and subscribe, because if you want more information in depth, I'd be happy to bring on some of our insurance partners that we've dealt with over the years to ask specific questions. But if you have any questions about any real estate questions or about your property, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook at Adam Ashba Realtor, or you can text me directly at 614-519-5265, or just put a comment below. I'd be happy to answer any questions real estate related. If it's more in depth with insurance, I'd be happy to get you to a insurance professional that would be happy to answer those questions. So this is Adam Ashba, Realtor and President of Ashmont Realty. Thanks for watching this episode of Ashmont Realty Live, and we will see you next time. Happy Hump Day, everybody.